All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. So actually, it feels like nail polish or cotton, natural.
So Serena Williams was just staying at this hotel, right? And look at what they got for decorations. Look at this. It is supposed to be a flower, but it is made out of cotton balls. Now, Serena was basically saying like, yo, should this be allowed? I don't really feel comfortable being here with that being there. And then she proceeds to pick the cotton and says that it feels like the cotton that they use to wipe off your nails at the nail salon. But look at these comments though. Somebody said with blonde hair is crazy. Yeah, exactly. Then this person was like, it's a nice decorative piece. It literally looks good sitting right there. It does. I'm not gonna lie. It does. And a lot of other people is like, she's reaching and why is she picking it? You don't believe me? Here go another comment at the top, all the way at the top. Why is she picking it? And that's what I'm trying to understand too. It's like, if you feel offended by something, why would you do the thing that's the most offensive, which is pick the actual cotton? Me personally, I don't think that this was intentional. I think that an artist created this and they just sat it in this hotel. You gotta think about it too. They be in the type of hotels that's like really expensive. So you're gonna see different type of artwork. And if you feel offended by it, then just leave. That's how I look at it. I ain't about to get on here and talk about it. What we talking about it for? Just leave. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is that offensive? I don't think it's offensive. I think she was just reaching. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Life for more.
Serena Williams is in the news. Why? Because she was in New York to support her friend Kim Kardashian with something she's doing with Nike. And Serena Williams was in town to attend to it. And she's in some hotel. We do not know which hotel she was staying in. She did not publicize that. But Serena Williams, who is one of the richest Americans alive, was triggered by something, Maureen. And at the end of that video, she's plucked one of the cotton balls off of the plant and she's using it to buff her nails. And then she does the hand gesture of like, ew, like where you shake your hands like, ew, gross. And she drops it. Now, Serena Williams is triggered by cotton, I guess, because it used to be picked by slaves and she's a Black American. It's 2025. Serena Williams is estimated by Forbes to be worth $350 million. She's married to a very, very rich man, too. She hung up her racket in 2022, ending a career in which she earned $95 million in prize money, more prize money than any female athlete in history. She has endorsement deals to this day with more than a dozen brands. She's active as an investor in her own venture capital firm. She's got a licensing deal with a beauty line. She's launched a multimedia company. She owns part of the Miami Dolphins, but she is an oppressed direct descendant of slaves, I guess. And that's how she sees herself to this day because I guess generational trauma, as the kids call it. She can't walk by a cotton plant in a luxury hotel to go promote Kim Kardashian's Skims line without feeling trauma that she has to videotape and post on Insta.
I'm no agriculturalist, but I do believe that cotton is not necessarily dangerous, right? That's my understanding. Maybe I just don't know enough about cotton, but that's just sort of my own limited perspective on that one. So I would assume that the reason why she felt uncomfortable would be for another reason. Now, as far as that goes, I would assume it's because cotton is oftentimes associated with a certain time in history when folks were not walking into hotels with the cotton, but instead picking it. And to that I say, dear Sister Serena, cotton existed long before antebellum slavery, and it has existed long after. Right? Now, cotton's gotten a bad rap, but most of us engage with it on a daily basis. So, sis, I'm just going to tell you right now, don't worry about the cotton. You will be fine. There's plenty more to worry about than the cotton in the vase.
Ain't no way y'all out here trying to dog Serena Williams for picking the cotton off the cotton plant in the hotel. The fuck you mean? I would have picked that motherfucker too. Because what the fuck do you mean you got a whole cotton plant in the hallway of the hotel I'm staying in? Y'all act like she did stuff research. Then people in the comments telling me something, but she got the blonde hair, but she, what she think her clothes made out of, and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. What the fuck you mean? She has a right to be offended by that shit and still pick that motherfucker. I would have picked that motherfucker clean bare. And any other of the motherfuckers I would have seen lying in the goddamn hallway.
Low-key kind of nuts. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I mean, shouldn't it just make her not want to see Kim Kardashian? She should not want to see her husband. She should not want to see so many other people because it's uncomfortable. The picking thing has nothing to do with it, but anybody trying to defend this is the problem. And it's not just Serena, but Serena just made cotton scary. Cotton, not slavery, not the Klan, Cotton, like we're all about to get lynched by a polo shirt. Now look, I get it. History matters. Cotton has blood on it. But history is supposed to be a teacher, not a ghost story. You don't remind kids every day that cotton equals change. That's not education. It's something more like paranoia. That's like walking through a cave fearlessly and there's something beautiful on the other side and somebody in front of you screams, bats, ghosts, demons. Now everybody runs out the cave before they can discover the treasure on the other side. That's what Serena just did. She turned a house plant into a haunted house. And think about these kids today. They're already scared that the orange man is under their bed, already on antidepressants before puberty, already told that the planet is melting, and you pile cotton paranoia on top of that? Congratulations, Serena. You just potentially gave a generation of kids PTSD at IKEA. If a millionaire legend who's married to a rich white man wearing a blonde wig, living in mansions, says she's terrified of a cotton plant, then the next regular person is justified to be in fear too. That's how paranoia spreads. Not strength, not pride, paranoia. And that's the problem with victim culture. We keep planting seeds of fear where seeds of strength should go. Instead of telling kids, yeah, this plant once symbolized slavery, but now we own it. We wear it, we sell it, and we profit from it. Instead of doing that, we tell them, run, it's evil. Consistent reminder creates an unhealthy trauma loop and hypervigilance and racial battle fatigue. Her video risks creating a new unnecessary trigger for millions who previously saw just a plant. To me, it was irresponsible. Irresponsible to assume ill intent from the hotel staff without proof, and to ignore the potential effect that it could have on her audience. She focused only on her personal discomfort, not on a community message of overcoming something. Now, I understand wholeheartedly that she is allowed to feel however she wants. She has that right. But in my opinion, she is a public figure and she has a responsibility. A public figure that big has a duty to uplift. Instead, she showed selective outrage. Cotton plant bad, but marrying into whiteness, it's fine. Wearing a blonde wig is fine. That's not wisdom. That's confusion. When you sleep and you roll over in your bed, see the thing that oppressed you to pick the thing that you're afraid of. Personally, to me, the healthier approach would have been of empowerment. The healthier and more empowering approach is to acknowledge the pain of history, but pivot to resilience and pride. Use it as a lesson of overcoming, not a weapon of fear. Because if a cotton ball reminds you of racism, then anything can be racist. Every plant at Target, every shirt at Macy's, every decoration in your white friend's house. Then you build a world where everything is paranoia. That's no way to live. And this is not just Serena. This is LeBron James, Don Lemon, Jasmine Crockett, and all these other people that constantly remind us of the scary white man.
Some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history, or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that that whitewashed you? You know, I feel like they give him his talking points and he's like, yes, massa, I got it.
It's a white supremacy agenda. This is all about white supremacy. Even their trans kids bill. That's a white supremacist deal. We're dealing with a white supremacy issue when it comes to the abortion pill issue that they wanted to add to the call. Over 80% of the growth has been due to people of color, not white folks.
Having a daughter, having a wife, having a mother, and things of that nature, what she believes in when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to the future, with my kids and where I see our country should be. I feel like that endorsement is only right. And it is, come on, you guys know me. I'm damn sure I'm going the other way.
Or they trying to force me to get out the car.
Well, that's because you have to. You can already be placed under arrest for resisting. I could break the window and drag you out of the car. I could tase you, but I'm not doing that. I don't even tell you you're going to jail. You just got to work with me. Thank you. You got to leave that bag in here.
No, I can
Miss
take,
Edwards?
No, I cannot. I can take anything.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands back. Don't fight me. I am arrest for aggravated battery of a police officer. That was smart, wasn't it?
God, white, you is racist. I swear to God, I hate white people, bro.
And it's all about cooperation. If you can talk some sense into her, I'll release her tonight.
Listen, bro, Daddy, I didn't listen. I didn't bite that white. Shut up and listen.
The remnants of a neighborhood cookout, surrounded by dozens of officers and at least 50 evidence markers.
You're not invited to the cookout.
One of the suspects charged with attempted murder in the cookout shooting.
You're not invited to the cookout.
Two 18-year-olds are now in custody after a shooting at a family cookout. 18-year-olds Lamont Thomas and Carice Graves.
You're not invited to the cookout.
Gunman opened fire in the middle of a neighborhood cookout.
You're not invited to the cookout.
Several times at a cookout, he's facing first-degree murder charges.
Not invited to the cookout. All the 9 blacks to the back. All the 9 blacks. I remember we was pushed out. So if you can't say the word, then your ass getting put out.
The newest racist claim out of Don Lemon's mouth is apparently white men are lazy and stupid.
White men, what the fuck is wrong with you? But you're too dumb to even realize that because you're lazy and sitting in front of a computer or a phone and you're just eating it up. Oh, my God, look at what they're doing. All of a sudden, my heritage is going to be over. That I want to live in a country where white kids go to white schools and white people marry each other. What is wrong with that? I want to grow up in the country that my great-grandfather grew up in. That country doesn't exist anymore, asshole.
Donnie boy, are you forgetting that you're completely married to a white man? Now I understand why the liberals continue to accuse me of hating my own kind. That's why I'm conservative. Which is kind of funny. It's like they're always talking about identity politics and not realizing their own hypocrisy. I seem to remember that a lot of you guys promote Black excellence, Black run businesses, Black couples. And just know it's not just Black people. Like I've heard Asian ran companies, Asian couples. Just promoting marrying within your race shows how much pride you have for your culture. And then somehow you're here sitting that if a white person wants to marry another white person, they're dumb and lazy for wanting that. I mean, seriously, Democrats, you guys need a whole new game plan because this whole identity politics bullcrap, it's blowing up in your guys' faces. We're all seeing the hypocrisy of it. We're all seeing the ridiculousness of it. And we're all seeing that you guys are the racist ones.
The liberals marrying outside of their race, but still claiming that that race somehow is bad or problematic. I don't know. Look, if you marry whoever you marry and choose to fall in love with, that's your business. I don't think anything is wrong with it. But when you talk about that race as if that race is a problem to your existence, what are you doing? Like, just to make it just makes absolutely no sense. Like, is the person like a cook in some kind of way? Like, is any of these people, are they all right? Like, because here's the real slavery, and it ain't cotton. It's your mind. The gates are unlocked. The fields are empty. But if you keep convincing yourself and others that the decorative plant, it reminds you of a plantation, then guess what? You just put yourself right back into the cotton field. And this time, it's by choice. And the overseer, that's just your own imagination. Think about it. We need Serena. We need LeBron. We need all of these influencers. They might be just a little bit ignorant, and that's okay. We all are ignorant in something. They're amazing people, but honestly, it's just irresponsible. Have a little wisdom. She should have looked at the plant and said, you know what? This gives me a little unease or whatever. Take the plant and said, yeah, we used to pick this, but guess what? We own this. We can do anything. And then just like throw a cotton to the side and just walked off. It would have been more powerful. It would have been more impactful than telling somebody it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, we supposed to be wise. Either uplift us or you scare us. You just need to be more mindful of those who look up to you and who you influence. God bless. Tell me what you think. Peace.